Hello, everyone. It is the 9th of November. I'm going to be doing the introductions because poor little Noah is feeling under the weather. He's feeling a little sick. I can't do the intro. So I'm doing everything now. Yeah, that's right. I'm the boss. I'm the big boy today. Today we're going to be talking a little bit about Wolfie in about time. Talking about Huberdeau, who's been doing FA, and about his benching. A couple of the young guys, how they've been doing, and Brad. I think everyone knows about the kind of what Brad I'm talking about. So let's get started. Come on. Yeah. 11:15 at night, by the way, and I have this much energy. I blame it all on Noah. Okay. Mind you, it probably is best that I do this. That we should have done this episode tomorrow, but I don't have time. I am literally after my work. I have workout, and then I'm doing hockey, and then I'm going to bed. So, hi Noah.
I don't think anyone blames you there.
Noah blames me. So you're sounding a little stuffy there, bud. You feel you need a blankie? You feel okay?
Listen. I might sound a little stuffy, but honestly, the show goes on, man. The show goes on. Whether I'm a sick or not, the show still goes on regardless.
Oh yeah. Oh, and later you'll be seeing a surprise in the middle of the episode too. You'll be seeing a nice surprise. I won't spoil it for you guys.
You will be.
But you know it'll show up just kind of out of nowhere. It'll show up. All right. Where are we gonna get started? You want to do Wolfie?
Let's do it.
Let's do Wolfie. He's up. He's finally called up.
Ow!
Don't do that.
Why not?
I hated the post when they go, woo. It's like, no, like, you know what? Yeah, I know his last name's Wolf. Let's just leave it at Wolf. Put a little furry costume on him too. Might as well. Come on, man. Like, no, don't just leave it out. He's got a ginger beard. That's bad enough. So, he's up, and that puts us. I think it's at the 23 on the roster, active,
and 3 goaltenders currently.
So 3 goaltenders. So
yeah.
Do you think he's going to be the backup, or do you think he's just going to be in the stands?
Well, I think Elliot Friedman had tweeted out earlier today that it's more as it pertains to a possible injury precaution than whatnot, as to why they brought Wolf up to begin with. Right? But I'm also curious if they might be closing in on the trade with maybe one of Dan Vladar or Jacob Mark. Maybe not Jacob Markstrom to extent, right? Because let's be honest, they've won 2 in a row. I mean, who knows if they're still going to sell or not sell by this point, right? But I'm curious if maybe a Dan Vladar trade also might kind of be on the table as well. Like, yeah. I'm just kind of thinking about that too, right? Because and I'm thinking too is because Markstrom also had a maintenance day yesterday before the team flew out to Toronto. So so I'm wondering how banged up he really is as of right now too, in that regard. Because I even said, like, going back to the first episode, that like all 3 goaltenders are going to have to be relied on at some point this year, whether it be Vladar, Wolf, or Markstrom, because injuries happen. Because injuries absolutely happen. So I absolutely think that having 3 goaltenders is smart play by Craig Conroy.
Yeah, fair. If it is a possible trade, and if it's in fact Vladar going to Toronto,
yeah,
with can you imagine?
Just let him walk down the other hallway.
Samsonov, well, I don't know. They want to get rid of Samsonov, or they're getting Wool.
Yeah, no thanks.
Wool off. Yeah, I don't know. If Vladar's going to the end Toronto, and they're like, you know what, Wolf, you're coming up because Vladar's gonna be shaking hands with Brad Treliving, and he's he's going to be walking up, and he's going to be going to the Maple Leafs dressing room because they're going to trade him right on the spot right there. So I don't know, but
it's going to go down tomorrow night.
Pretty much. So if it's an injury, if it's a Markstrom injury, then all right, well, let's see what goes on. Mm-hmm. If it's a Vladar trade, or if it's a possible Vladar situation where they don't want him to be injured for an upcoming trade that they've either confirmed or they're getting ready to do, then we'll know if Markstrom's on is up in the press box or whatever, or wherever he's going to be, then we know that Markstrom probably has an injury. If that, or there's this massive surprise trade that Markstrom is going to a different team. If that is the case, then I'd like to know about what the hell. Why would you go for Markstrom first rather than Vladar? But if it's Vladar, then it's more than likely a trade coming.
Markstrom to the
right away. What?
Markstrom to the Oilers for a first round pick, as tweeted out by Jay Johnson.
Yeah, Give us your first round pick, San Jose. We'll give you Markstrom. We'll give us your first round.
No, the Oilers. The Oilers.
Oh, the Oilers. Oh, right.
Hey, listen. They literally just lost to the San Jose Sharks tonight, so.
Yeah.
I wonder what kind of stupid move they're going to make, but anyway, I digress.
Dude, yeah, okay. And I'm just going to get a little off topic. I have to say, so I wasn't sure about who they had as their kind of their minor goaltender. What their prospects were. And it was, okay, so Jack Campbell, and then they're going to call up Calvin Pickard. If any of you guys remember
World Junior legend Calvin Pickard.
Yeah. If you guys remember Calvin Pickard when he was on, well, I want to say first of all the Flyers, but also when the Avalanche were on their had like
the Leafs as well, right?
I don't remember him on the Leafs, but I remember him especially on the Avs, and when they had like their 40-point season or something like that, like they
48 points.
He did so god awful, and I was looking at him, and I'm like, this is an NHL goaltender. Like you're relying on this guy to be your starter. Like I'm sorry. This guy is. There's no way. Like this guy is like an Alex Stalock, except he doesn't like to make the saves. He likes to just fucking pretend that he can actually, like, he has some athletic ability, but then let everything through like he's made a Swiss cheese.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, dude, that's who you have as a backup. That's who you have. Like, unless he suddenly becomes Jesus himself and knows where every puck is going to him, Stuart Skinner's going to do FA, and so is, frankly, Calvin Pickard. So you're not in any better position. So, hell, Vladar, you could either be going to the Oilers or Markstrom, you're going to the Oilers. One of the two. Guess what? The Oilers are.
It would be very.
Oh, you got muted. It wasn't me.
Oh. No, I know it wasn't you. Mike got unplugged or something must have happened, but anyway, as I was saying, it would be kind of ironically hilarious if the Flames did consider trading Markstrom to the Oilers, considering the Oilers were in on Markstrom in free agency at the same time we were as well. That kind of would be ironically hilarious.
Oh,
but as I said, I digress. I'm very curious from this how banged up Markstrom is, and I kind of wonder how much load Markstrom might get for at least a week or so here, depending on how banged up.
Yeah. Fair.
But
Yeah,
I just gotta say, to wrap up the conversation, I'm very, very excited to see Dustin Wolf get in for a year or two.
I hope he
well
gets
deserved. Well deserved.
Yeah. I do hope he gets in for a game or two.
Yeah.
So, all right, Hooby Dooby Doo. Where are
Yep.
you on the ice, especially for the third? Yeah. So Huska benched him, and he talked about guys not having their nights. When was the last time you saw Huberdeau having his night in Calgary?
Oh boy, I don't think ever. I don't think I've seen it at all. Like, this is what, like 92 games now of Jonathan Huberdeau as a Calgary Flame, and we haven't seen anything remotely close to the Jonathan Huberdeau we thought we were getting. Let's just have this conversation for a second here. We gotta give Ryan Huska credit. There's not many other coaches that would seriously have the balls to do that. Like Ryan Huska deserves a big time applause for doing that. Big time applause for doing that. Like, really. Really, man. Like, really, man. You make $10.5 million. You're expected to be this team's best player. And if you're not performing, guess what? The coach has got to do his job. Not even Daryl did that last year.
No,
and that shocks me even more is Daryl did not do that at any point last year.
Yeah, no, I thought it was inevitable.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be inevitable. But buddy, like it's been a long time coming. Yeah. And you saw him on the bench. He had his head down. He looked like he was crying. Do I feel bad for him in that sense? Yeah. Because that sucks. That you think you're doing okay. Maybe you think you're doing decently, and then you have your coach saying you're done for the night. Just in case guys get injured, you'll be back in, but you're done. And
why are we feeling bad for an athlete that is making a lot of money and he's not performing?
Listen. Why I feel bad?
I don't get.
Just one sec. I feel bad in regards to his emotion overall. I feel bad because the guy is a human being still. He looked in legitimate distress. He looked like he was in tears. Do I feel bad for the guy because he probably knows he's been playing like that, and his coach finally did something about it? Yeah. What do as a human being? Yes. As a fan, welcome to fucking NHL hockey. Quit being a pussy. Sorry. That again. Let me rephrase that. Quit being a little bitch. Even though that's not much better.
Oh my god.
But quit being the guy who you're gonna think that people are gonna feel bad for him because as a human being, yes, as a hockey fan and probably as I can't see as a professional hockey player, I can't, but as a hockey player too, guess what? Shit happens. Mm-hmm. So one of the things you can do, he said himself, it's a matter of looking in the mirror. You've said that multiple times. You said, I gotta look myself in the mirror and I gotta think about. You're not doing shit. Whatever this mirror is, it must be like the mirror must be made out of concrete because you are seeing nothing. All you are seeing is a brick wall and you are continuing to run into it. If you want to look in the mirror, there's something called glass that actually reflects things. It's amazing. I know. So let's start using a little more of your emotion of, as in, go on the ice, use a bit of your rage, use a bit of your anger, use a bit of your sadness, use a bit of your, rather than playing and saying, oh, I'm just playing out here. Use something. Use something where you might cause you a suspension, but you are there because you are passionate, because you want to be there. Rather than you, when it's your fault, rather than you doing absolutely nothing, I gotta play it safe, and then all of a sudden you are so surprised that you are being benched on the third period because, I wasn't playing that good in the first two periods, but why am I being benched for the third? It's your fault. You should have known. You had the option to be better, and rather than you playing with passion, you have done FA. So,
Yeah.
as a human being, again, I do feel bad. The
Mhm.
guy looks like he's distressed. Guy looks like he looks like he's trying to do something. As a hockey fan and as kind of a hockey player, boo-hoo, wake the fuck up, because things aren't going to get better for you if you don't start actually looking yourself in the mirror and promise yourself that you're going to look yourself in the mirror.
If you say you're good at hockey, then figure it the fuck out.
Mm-hmm.
And reality is, after everything that happened last year, with everything that happened,
Mm-hmm.
from Daryl Sutter, you saying that Daryl Sutter was the problem for you and saying that he was the reason why you didn't play hockey so good, I'm sorry. I understand from the human element, but there are not a lot of people that are going to be giving you the benefit of the doubt because of that. I'm sorry.
Nope.
There's just nobody that will give you the benefit of the doubt because of that.
Sucks to be him. That's basically
Yeah,
it. So unless you can suddenly show that you are the 100+ point leader that you have shown in Florida, then you're.
If you want this to be your rock bottom moment, actually fucking do something about it. If you say you're good at hockey, figure it out.
Fucking Frenchies, man.
It's not rocket science, man.
Anyways, today's episode of Flame and Talk is sponsored by, hey, guess what? DraftKings and Raycon. Let me talk to you a little bit about, first of all, DraftKings. As we all know, NFL season is going strong. Yes, very strong. And DraftKings Sportsbook is hooking new customers up with an offer that's even stronger. Believe it or not, NFL, something being stronger than the NFL? Yeah, I didn't know either. If you bet $5, just $5, on any game this week, any, $200 goes instantly to you in bonus bets. Yes, I this is not a joke. And guess what? There's more. I know. And DraftKings isn't stopping there. All customers can take advantage of a sweetener offer every game day this November. On game day greatness, download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use the code THPN. That's right, THPN. THPN. New customers can score $200 instantly in bonus bets when you bet $5 on the NFL. That's called THPN, only on DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner on the NFL. The crown is yours. Now, if you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.1800gambler.net. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Book Hill Casino and Resort, Kansas City, KS, licensed partner Golden Nugget, Lake Charles, LA, 21 plus years, age varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario, unfortunately. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. See sportsbook.draftkings.com/football terms for eligibility and deposit restrictions. I'll be honest when I say about the holidays. It may be too early to start decorating for the holidays. All that kind of shenanigans. My dad's doing it already, and I'm just like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Mind you, it's pretty nice out. But I will tell you what, it is never too early to start your holiday shopping, because I hate the shopping when things are on sale and blah blah blah, everything like that, and it is absolute chaos at the malls. But so why not just take care of it now before the crowds, everything like that. Like I just said, everything is just completely packed. Especially right now when you can get some of the best deals of the season well before Black Friday. That sounds good. So what I mean is that you can actually shop Raycon products right now and save up to 50% off, because their early Black Friday sale is going on now. I gotta say, I've tried some of their. I've just tried the simplest of the simple of everyday earbuds. They are fantastic. They are absolutely fantastic, because guess what they have? They have 32-hour battery life. They last you the entire day. Perfect in-ear fit for all day wear, and it just they feel good in your ears. You don't have to take them out for a couple minutes just kind of rinsing your ear, or just trying to scratch, or just having pain in your ear. They're so comfortable, and they also have passive noise cancellation. You don't have to do anything. Just have to you put it in the earbuds. Everything's fine. Just to get you in the holiday spirit. Just this early. Raycon is currently offering 20% off everything on their site. And I mean, at a minimum, 20% off their site. So everything that you will see, whether it's earbuds, headphones, whether it's their home products, whether it's their speakers, all at least 20% off. And even select products can go up to 50% off. So you're getting the most for your money. Heck yeah. So beat the crowds. Everyone hates crowds. And save now. Trust me, you do not want to miss out on Raycon's early Black Friday sale. Now, hurry now to buy to buyraycon.com/THPN. That's right, THPN, to get between 20 to 50% off site-wide. That's buyraycon.com/THPN to score up to 50% off in products. Once again, I'll repeat it one last time. buyraycon.com/THPN.
Young guns.
Wow. You know what's amazing is when you bring up talent that are, young talent, and, they actually begin to do something. It's amazing what happens. First off, I'm glad that Huska and Conroy are in agreement with bringing up 8 guys from the AHL.
Yeah.
Because if it was Conroy and Sutter would be bitching and complaining about, well, these guys aren't ready, and
put
would
him
be
in the
sitting
press
them out.
box.
Oh, they'd be putting in the breast box, or they'd be sitting them out for pretty much the entire game.
Yeah.
And if it was Brad and Huska would be asking to just say, like, hey, we need to bring some guys up just to, kind of help some of the other guys. And Brad would be saying, no, they need their time. Well, don't worry, I've already got one of these guys going for a trade. Don't you worry, man. Don't you worry. I've got 10. I've got Majupani, and Dubé. They're going to be traded for one of the older guys. Sorry, I'm trying to. I'm trying to think of. Eric Stahl.
Oh, jeez.
Eric Stahl, and yeah, they'll be okay. They'll be good. So it's like, yeah, no.
Yeah, you know what? And to the very point that you mentioned, that's the reason this team's not fully dead this early, is because of you bringing up guys like Connor Zary, Martin Pospisil, and now Dustin Wolf. That's the reason why
Yeah.
you're not dead yet.
Yes. Yeah. Pretty much.
And this is a great thing. This is for people who are saying, "Oh, Noah, he can't find anything positive ever." This is a positive, big positive. Bringing up young guns, bringing up the Zaris, bringing up the Wolves of the world. It's time for this team to get younger.
The Pospasils, the Coronados, like, dude, Coronado will be back. It's just like Wolf,
At some point he will be. It's going to be tough for him now to get a spot, but he'll be back at some point.
Yeah. I think Coronado did well for his time with the Flames. I think he did well. You could say about, oh, well, he didn't get that many chances. He only got 1 goal and 2 assists. It's like, who cares? Did you see how much he actually tried to play the puck? How much he actually tried to move? How much he went ahead with doing rushes, like his shot attempts, his shots on goal? You saw it, and I hope people saw it, because unless they're just trying to be dicks for the sake of being dicks and saying, "Oh, Coronado's not the guy. Coronado's not Gaudreau, or Coronado's not Iginla." It's like, all right, dude, there won't be anybody like Iginla again, unfortunately.
No, never.
And there won't ever, well, there might be someone like again, or Gaudreau again, but Kachuk. There won't be a guy. Well, maybe again, but there won't be another guy like.
You're contradicting yourself.
Kachuk. There probably won't be another guy like Kachuk.
I don't know.
But if you're expecting for Coronado and Zari and Pospisil to get all these goals for you, and getting every to be a Son McDavid or a Son Bedard or something like that, you're not getting anything. You're not doing that. You're not getting anything like that, because all you're basically getting is you're getting young guys who are trying to get into their roles, who are trying to fit into with the other players and whatnot, like Kadri and Sharangovich with Zari. They're trying their best to fit in, and frankly, Zari's been doing a fantastic job. Was Pospisil? Oh no, it is Zari. It is Zari with Kadri and Sharangovich. And frankly, they've been doing great. Like, Zari with Sharangovich and Kadri has been surprisingly well. And then Pospisil has been also doing pretty well. What's been maybe not the biggest surprise, but what's been a more of a surprise about who's been our worst line is our first line. Right? Like, you get Lindholm and Huberdeau, who are where one is valued at 10 and a half, the other is trying to be valued at 9 million, who are doing nothing. And then Dubé comes up on the first line, and BS is his way to the first line, because there's no way that he should be on the first line. Even though he got a goal yesterday, I still say, well, he got lucky. But yeah. Yeah.
Just realized I had my earbuds in the wrong spot.
Oh, well done.
Yeah, I think the young rookie movement, to your point, I think is the thing that's going to really be beneficial in the long term. But I still don't think, despite you winning your last 2 games with burning up these young kids, that shouldn't steer you away from still trying to sell off your pen and UFAs.
Yes.
It shouldn't stop you at all at this point.
And that's what I think I told in the last episode, is just because, or one of the worries that I had was that we were going to suddenly get on a winning streak, and then Conroy or the the execs are going to say, nothing's wrong. See, you just need to bring a couple guys, but all the guys who still have that have been on for a while, we'll keep him around for. We'll give Lindholm his extension. Give Hannafin a new contract. Give maybe who else would be a UFA next year? Give
Tanev, Lindholm, Hannafin, Zadorov.
Yeah, Tanev and Zadorov. There's one line we can keep around. There's one.
I wouldn't mind keeping Zadorov. That's the thing I'll quickly say is I would be for keeping Zadorov, especially at the right price.
We'll see. I have
It's
to
like
yet,
a veteran presence that wouldn't be the worst thing.
He has yet to prove to me that he is there, other than being a veteran presence. Because right now he is there to just say, "Hey, you did a good job, but you didn't do a good job here." Right now, that's what he's proving to me. If he's going to prove if he's something other than that, he needs to show it for in the next. Like I said, the Flames' next 10 games are crucial. So he needs to show.
Message I have for Conroy, by the way. If a team comes at you, especially a contending team, and offers a first round pick plus for Tanev, please take it.
Yeah, take it.
Please take it.
Thanks very much. Thanks for our first round defenseman, man.
Anyway, seriously, sorry.
No, that was pretty much it. It's
right.
No, that was it.
No. I know. No. So, okay. So Brad Treliving.
Yeah.
So obviously, people are curious. Why are we talking about Brad Treliving on the show? Well, the Flames are playing the Toronto Maple Leafs tomorrow night, and this is the Flames' first game against the Brad Treliving Toronto Maple Leafs. And it's been talked about of what Brad's legacy is. Sorry?
It's going off to a great start. They are currently. Hold on. Let me just hold on. Hold on. Let me just look at the leagues. Hold on. Let's look at the standings here hold on. Let's just do wild card here. So they are in a second wild card spot as of right now. Ooh. And they are 1 point. They're 1 point behind. 1 point ahead of the Islanders and the Sabres. They are 1 point ahead of the Sabres. Bro. Actually, and technically the Canadians should be up there. I think they just have one. I think they have a couple more games that they've already played. It's because the Canadians have 14 and the Leafs have 14. But they're right now in their sixth, or let's see, they are sixth. They're 12th in the Eastern Conference. So, but yeah. Again,
So about Brad Treliving, it's been going around. What was his legacy like in Calgary?
Yeah. There is some who think that he did a lot for the city with the signing of Gaudreau and Tkachuk, and then it came with, who else? You had their all of a sudden their 2014 run. Actually, because he was the GM at that point, right?
14-15 was his first year.
This is first year. So first year, Flames all of a sudden get back into the playoffs with Bob Hartley out of everyone. As a wild card, they make it past the first round, which is fantastic, great. And then they get beat out by the Ducks. So
stomped by the Ducks.
It's like, okay, well, no, we're gonna get somewhere. We're getting somewhere, right? We're gonna do well. And nothing happens really from there. We had two more series wins after 2014-2015. We had the one against Winnipeg, in the qualifying rounds of the COVID Cup.
Qualifying round doesn't really count.
We will count it for the sake of copium, because we'll say we had 3, and then against Dallas,
Well,
right?
Yeah.
Against Dallas. So, he brought the guys. The guys had ups and downs. We looked at we had some good regular season run. Like, we had some good regular seasons, that's for sure. We were first in the Pacific a couple times, which was, again, great. We just weren't never really a playoff team. And then what was it? His last year, which was Kadri and Huberdeau, and a couple other guys. Markstrom as well. I guess he did Markstrom, but Markstrom actually was a Vezina runner-up. So, but yeah, like Huberdeau and Kadri, he just kind of threw money at them, and then there was going to be talks of extension for a GM, and he's like, you know what? I kind of realized that these guys aren't that good, so my work here is done. I'm going to throw. Basically, he threw fire in the garbage dump that was the Flames, with the Huberdeau Kadri Flames, and then he just threw a match in it with some gasoline, and then he said, "Good luck," and he left. He fucked off to Toronto. Now, luckily, we have someone who actually has played with the Flames, who has seen about what happens when good, solid youth, what it does for a franchise, and he is kept on his word to say, hey, we're going to bring, right now the team isn't looking that good. We're going to bring some of the guys up, and he's made good on his part. So Treliving just kind of kept going with, for the most part, just kept going at what was available on the market. Just kind of said, this would be good for this way and would be good for this strategy with this coach, rather than him actually looking at what he had for draft picks, most of the time, and bringing them up and just saying, there you go. You guys will be, you guys will get the chance. So again, Gaudreau was kind of a needle in a haystack. Because what round was he? Was he a 3rd round pick or something?
He was 4th, I think.
4th, yeah. And then all of a sudden he's making he's doing these things. So,
Yeah.
and then Tkachuk, obviously we knew about Keith. So Tkachuk had at least had a name for himself already, and then he also had his brother Brady. And we picked up. Did we pick him in the 1st round though? We did pick him in the 1st round.
Yeah, Tkachuk was the first.
So I think the Tkachuk brothers were both 1st rounders. So at least those two, again, Gaudreau was a needle in the haystack. Tkachuk was a solid 1st round pick, and we just kind of went from there. So yeah, that's sorry. Go ahead.
For me, I'll say about Brad Treliving is, I think I'm not going to say it was a legacy of failure under him, but I do think there was a lot of missed opportunities that happened under him. Sure. Like, I think there were a lot of tweets that he said he was in on and everything else. And there were a lot of missed opportunities for this franchise under him. And I think, especially with Gaudreau and Tkachuk as well, how he handled those situations at times too. And then the Huberdeau stuff and the Kadri stuff as well. His legacy is right around the B-.
It's wasted potential.
Yeah,
I think that's what we could say, is that he had a potential to really be have a really impactful legacy. He might have,
Yeah.
you know what? He could have never really won a cup. We could have still had two, we still could have had only 2 or 3 playoff wins with him, and he could have still been better of a legacy because he wanted to really use some of the players. He could have, rather than him throwing out money to whoever, he could have really, become careful with his situation. Things like that, like just simple things that would have made his legacy better. But instead, it's just kind of a
Yeah.
mix of, like, he did good here, but then there's something that counters it. He did good here, but another thing that counters it. He made a good decision here, but then made a really bad decision here at the same time. So what is it, right? I don't think he was a bad I don't think he is a bad GM. He just needs to know. He needs to get maybe some second opinions. That's what he needs.
I would agree with that.
He needs some second opinions from guys who have, like, if he had Conroy as his assistant GM, I think that would have been pretty good, because at least what that would have done is Conroy would have said, we need to kind of set this up in this certain type of way where the veterans are good, but we need money for the young guns. We need the cap space. So sell a little bit, then bring up the young guns. And then what we do is we start the development process, right? So anyways, but yeah, it's just
yeah, I'll say this to wrap up the conversation, and when we start to wrap up the show. I mean, if I'm a Leafs fan, I would kind of be worried about what the next couple of years might be under him. I would be very, very worried.
It is, yeah. It's it could be back to the mid 2000s. Could be back to basically being at the bottom of the league, or you know what? It could be just more. You know what he could do? He will use his tactic as perpetual mediocrity, where it will be one of those issues where the Leafs will have chances, will either chances or will be at the top, and then nothing happens with the playoffs, like usual, typical, right? And then they'll have lower, where they'll be at just kind of their second, or they'll be second in the wild card or first in the wild card. They'll do nothing in the playoffs again, but they won't have anything good to give themselves. Like, they won't be good enough to give themselves something really good in the draft, but they won't be bad enough where they'll have to start a rebuild. Because they'll be, just change little things, right? So again, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. So we'll see. Again, this is only his first year. He could be, what could happen is that Brad could bring them all the way to the Eastern Conference Finals, and then nothing will happen from there. That's what might happen. So who knows? That really is just more or less who knows. Right now, they're not looking great. And I have no doubt right now that Brad is looking at getting new goaltenders for Montreal, for Toronto, because even though their defense is complete and utter dog shit, it's all the goalie's fault. So they're looking at bringing up either new prospects or looking to trade, which is probably where they're looking at Dan Vladar. That or Jacob Markstrom, but who knows? So at this point, you know what? At this point, I find it funny. I just it'll be interesting. It'll be funny if at times, but it'll just be interesting for the first year. Let's see what he does, and if he does something amazing with the team, great. If he doesn't, and it's looking like Calgary, then bring out the popcorn, because we know exactly where this goes. So, Anyways,
should we start to wrap?
yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. Okay.
Okay, so I guess we'll wrap up here for episode number 9 of the Flaming Talk podcast.
Yes.
Yeah, my voice is strained at this point. I need some water at this point here as I try to finish off this
My voice
stupid
doesn't
cold.
feel really good. I need
But
some
for me, Noah Adler and Connor Dolan, we hope you enjoy episode number 9, and we will see you in episode number 10.